Hey there. Hello there. What's up? Welcome to another video. I keep seeing like, it's definitely in my algorithm. It's like videos of people explaining their pricing. And I find it really interesting, like tradesmen, they're like, if you're getting paid £250 a day, you are losing money, on the monthly insurance, the skibbity doos and the skibbity dees. And I really like how people always say that whenever they cut their prices or, do a little mates rates or like a friend of a friend or something like that, it curses the job. And I know exactly how they feel. You might even be able to look back on some of the videos I made about the wedding stuff. That whole thing was a chore. In the end, it was either do it for free or I pay. And I did so much work for them. And it was a friend who asked for an invite, and then it was, what invites can you do? And then it was, I needed to do the logistics of the printing and stuff. Didn't charge a penny. If you think about my labor on that, you have to charge something. There's a rule. I watched that Freerun. You ever watched that Freerun anime? And there's this guy, he's Himmel, the hero. He does, he saves people and does like side quests for people and stuff, going into an anime analogy. But Freerun's really good. If you haven't watched it, I'm a bit of an anime geek. I like my anime. He always does a job for someone and they're like, we're too poor to pay. And he always looks around and says, just like, and there might be like some dusty ornament that's worth nothing. And he says, well, I'll take that then. And they say, well, why did you take something from them? And he's like, well, then it's a transaction. And that's a huge psychology. Now they don't owe me anything and I don't owe them anything. There's no favor done. It's a transaction. And I really like that. That mindset. Also, it comes, you ever done lifts at work and it gets political because people now, they're paying you, they're saving perhaps £100 a month on train journeys and such, and paying you a tenner a week, and now you've got to go pick them up, and now you're their taxi service, so you've got to spend an extra 20 minutes a day, maybe a bit of that's waiting outside, which is frustrating. If you're doing lifts, definitely make the terms before you do it. These are the terms, and I know it sounds like I'm overthinking it, but I'm not, because I always say to people that do lifts for people, you're going to end up in heartache. You're going to end up, because like I've done it before where I did lifts for people. Every time I've done lifts, even if it's on the way, it's ended up in someone kicking off because they like, I'm saving £100, so I'll just give you a fiver because, half fuel. I'm like, whoa. I've got to spend an extra, I've got to get out of bed 20 minutes early. I've got to wait for you outside your house for some reason. Like, if I ever did it again, I would always say, this is a bus service, not a taxi service. If you're not there waiting for me, I'm gone. But then there's things like that, you know what I mean? So you've got to put those things into they get cursed basically. You undercharge, therefore you curse. If I was ever to do lifts again, I would say you got to pay for full fuel, all the fuel you got to pay. And they say, well, I'm still saving money, but you're ripping me off. So all right, we'll spend more money then. Literally, like that's how like bold I would be. And you have to be bold, because otherwise, if it doesn't work for you, and if that's the deal that works for you, because I've seen people do favors for people, and it slowly eats up at them, and then now the person who's not underpaying them, is demanding things from them. If you pay me full, you can demand things from me. There's a curse, even with like lifestyle choices like that, doing lifts for work. It shouldn't be political, but it gets political. And if it gets political, and I can feel it getting political, work politics, I'm out. Even if like rounds of cups of tea get political, I'm out. I just won't be involved. Don't worry about me. I'll do my own stuff. People get funny about that stuff, especially the old boys, especially in the print industry. You don't make a cup of tea for the day. Ooh, target number one. It seems really petty, but that's politics, isn't it? Like, that's work politics. I've been caught out. I want to talk about I did a job for so I had this like community. I don't even know. I won't go into that, but we meet up once a month down the pub, and I met this woman whose son's business outgrew the brand. The brand looked very old people's home, and I wanted to help out. And I said, yeah, I'm a bit quiet at the moment. Yeah, see what I can do. The guy called me up, and I just thought, oh, bloody hell, no one calls anymore. Usually it's a text, so I thought that was quite good of him. He's talking about his brand. He's really passionate, and I'm like, I really want to help passionate people. And then he asked my prices, and I was like, do I charge like mates rates for? There's no such thing as mates rates for me. I either do it for free or I charge. There is a tier of charging depending on your size of your business. But there is a tier, and obviously you can hire me as a what's the word? It will come back to me, and I'll just shout it out randomly in the video. So I wanted to do someone a favour. I was a bit quiet, so they wanted a logo. Obviously, there's no such thing as just a logo. You can't just do a logo, because the logo has to work with the social medias, so that there's almost like a guideline there. Like, immediately there's a guideline of what you can and can't do. Even if it's in my head, there is a guideline, color swatches and digital assets and stuff. So I did a whole branding package. That's what they said. They want this. They want to sort of, the business outgrown the brand. I thought, well, excellent. They weren't in a hurry. They weren't in anything. I reckon all in all, I put about 2 weeks work into it. Whether that's, I did that over like 5 to 9, but I did a lot of hours, and it's kind of, I'm going to kick myself to this day because I undercharged. And the reason why I charged is because I didn't think I'll just kind of do it as I do it. But I got into it. I really got into it, and I made a good logo and assets and stuff they're still using today. By the way, just to get this started, I've only got myself to blame because I was just trying to be nice, which doesn't work. So the agreement was, I think it was 200 quid for a logo, and I just outdid myself. I just did a branding and everything, and they were more than happy. They were like, oh my God, this is amazing. And it is amazing. It was a good logo. It still is a good logo. It's just it's very good. And I got really into it, and I said the reason why I charge so low is because I could do all the merch, I can do all the printing for the business, I can do any advertisements and all the banners and stuff they need. I even looked into like food grade packaging and stuff, and I was putting prices together, and I was like, this is all the stuff you can do. And they all agreed to me verbally. First. Well, that was the second red flag. The first red flag was me charging so little that they didn't respect me. How can you respect someone who charges £200 for 2 weeks of their work? It's a psychological thing, isn't it? It is definitely a psychological thing. So we agreed. We were like, yep, well, cool. I'll be your creative guy for your business, and when you want to expand and stuff. Yeah, sounds good. All right, cool. Did a logo. Did the branding, did the whole guidelines and stuff and colours and all the rest of it. Gave it to them in vector form. Shouldn't have done that. That's for so cheap. No. If I give it to you vector, it's got, you can just take that and go anywhere, which, spoiler alert, they did. And so I thought, I'm going to make money back onto doing merch and t-shirts and hoodies and beanies and all the rest of it, and do my little markup on that, and it'll be a gradual job. Like, I'll have the assets, and I'll just have a customer for a long term. So I sort of played the long term. I took a risk. I shouldn't have given them the vector file. Anyway, so working with them, get paid, they just left. They got a couple of t-shirts from me, and probably found someone who can do it cheaper, or they figured out how to do it themselves, maybe, because it's so accessible these days. Print is so accessible. It's probably going to be one of the downfalls of the print industry is that, like, you know, someone else can do it, and basically there'll be a middleman like myself who will know how to artwork it and outsource it, perhaps, because there's things I'm looking into now which I will just outsource, and I'm putting a pricing together and stuff, and then I'll sell them. And because I want to buy a machine myself, but I'm wondering if the machine's only going to be me buying it because of the tax year and such, so I need to spend money. So I wonder what I want to do, you know. So obviously I'm undercharging. I'm charging so little. Like, that is like isn't even minimum wage. If you think about it, if I worked a Monday to Friday and maybe even a couple of days on the weekends, I got really into it. I don't know, 14 days divided by tenner a day, it's not even worth it. So what I'm saying is I undercharged, went through with a verbal agreement, and then they left. And once they had all the assets and stuff, and it's 100% my fault. 100% my fault. I didn't put the plan in action. You need a brief with these sorts of things, and the brief is, this is what you get, and I plan to be working with you in the future. It's just how it is, isn't it? Like, and you learn from it as well. So I did a bit of photography for them. I'm not a photographer, and I sent them, this is how I'm going to do it. Agreed, did the day, and they didn't like it. And I was like, they thought I was a food photographer, and I was like, no. This, I showed you what I was going to do, and then I was like, oh no, like I've just become like. Again, there's no respect. If you undercharge, the respect is gone, and then it's back and forth. And, you know, people start asking, can you move this a mil here, a mil there? And then the second some people start asking that, I take a step back and like, right, if you're moving it a mil here and there, there's no point for me. I might as well just give you the vector. And because if my hand's there on the mouse and your hand's there, it's not on. Like, I did it with the wedding stuff. So I just want to say, like, if you have your price, stick to it. I'd rather lose a job that's going to cause me. Sorry, I'm looking down. I've got a mean double chin. I'd rather lose a job than have the stress and be under. Because what you do, you go, okay, this is an easy job. It's a 5-minute job. There's no such thing as a 5-minute job. And then they email you, this isn't right. And you go, this is what you asked for. And it just turns, you're like, oh, I did it for cheap. So you know, and the word cheap as well. Cheaper, did it for a budget. It's all psychological. It all goes in your head. And for me, I see them doing really well, and I'm just like, that's sick. That is sick. I just feel like, damn, like I should have charged more. Like, I didn't realise. Well, I should have charged more. It's that simple, isn't it? But I was trying to be friendly, and then I got bitten. I got bitten by stress. I got bitten by my time got used, and I made a sick product. I made a sick graphic design, graphically correct, mathematically correct, with extras, and no one asked for, but they all took. So. Yeah, if you ever do a project, you've got to have a way of quoting it and briefing. It's not even that difficult, but when you sit down with someone and say, this is an extra, if you want it, it's extra money. Or if you want all your socials, or if you want all your socials, ready for screen, logos, that's all. That all just adds, that's more of the package, isn't it? So what do you if I send you the logo and you're like, oh, I can't use this for my Instagram. It's like, oh, well, wait a sec, you just asked me for a logo. I'm going on a bit, you get it. Don't undercharge. Those little videos of those geezers breaking down, when someone says, that's expensive. It's like, it's what it is, Costs are going up as well. I'm thinking about upping my freelance price. I know people that have already added 20 quid onto their freelance, other graphic designers I know. So, yeah. Like and subscribe, guys. I have more fun doing long form videos, so the shorts are sort of there to keep the algorithm happy. But I hope maybe they bring something as well, and they just, you know, if you like print and what I like, what I like, and seeing like a day in a life and little snippets of it, like subscribe. You know, it's all good. It's only onwards and upwards, I think. No, I don't think. I know it's going to be fine. Yeah, lots going on as well. So yeah, take it easy, guys. Like and subscribe. Peace.